Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to Far Cry 5. Picking up where we left off, we are going to, we're going to just continue across the map. Haven't done anything in between, like I said. I wasn't going to, so I didn't. Oh, I feel somebody may have saw me do that. But it looks like it's just the one, so goodbye. Alright, so like I said last time, I did find a map. And I did find one. But for some reason, it doesn't have those on it. Which is weird. Like, I have everything except for the propaganda speakers on it, so I don't know. I imagine that they'll be easy enough to spot. I mean, this one, to be fair, the only reason I found this one was because I was heading to this mark here, which is supposed to be a hostage. So hopefully I'll get lucky and at the very least I'll have I'll happen to come across them as I progress. And oh god, Crocodile Beach, eh? Oh, we got two prisoners. Oh my. Well, I'm assuming those aren't the prisoners I need to save. That's brutal. Alright. Okay, so I obviously don't want to deal with crocodiles, so I'll swim over here where they're not. I mean, the food's fallen into the water over there. They shouldn't bother me, right? Oh. Don't know who the hell would be spotting me unless that guy up there. Although I guess if I'm not crouched, it doesn't count as me being at all stealthy. Like, my stealth is like -12 if I'm not fucking crouched for some reason. Okay, don't want to do that right this second. Looks like I've only got 4 guys to deal with, but I don't know how accurate that is. Ow, ow, ow. So if you're spotted by the final guy, it doesn't take away your perks? Is that what I'm getting from that there? Because it's nice. It's weird, but it's nice. So I can drop down into the cage. Alright, that makes sense, actually. Alright. Hey, buddy. Thanks.
Python 2-5, allied prisoner released.
Now, the real question... Okay, he does climb out. I was going to say, is he actually going to get released? Or... So I found... Okay, so I don't know what he marked. Okay, so he marked an NVA commander there, but... I also have gun marks on this map that I'm looking at, and I don't know what they are either. Okay, so this here should be the anti-air emplacement. So if I go and take that, I should be able to get my airstrike tokens, or my airstrikes back, but there is 2 in this. I guess I don't know what to consider, like, the area. Like, looking at the map, right, I would consider, like, this part of the valley here one area, this part of the valley here one area, and then, like, this little offshoot. I mean, that little offshoot isn't a whole lot, so it's kind of like for an area, but at the same time, it's like where you start. So, I mean, it's the tutorial area. But yeah, hopefully we'll get everything. And like I said, I don't know what these guns are on my map here that I have for this DLC, but also where that NBA commander is actually where our last... I also have towers on here, like if we zoom out, like the NVA camps, like that little symbol there. I have those on there, but according to my in-game map, I only have 2 left to get, but according to this map here, there's 3, so I don't know what that's about. The one might be like a bunker or something. 2 guns. Ugh. I also only have 2 of these emplacements left as well, which means that there's a good chance that the other one then, if that's how it's going to be, is going to and nope. Oh. That the other one might have 4 guns in it instead of just... I assumed that it was going to be 3 and 3. Since it, Ooh, is that a caged cat? That might come in handy. Did they just bomb the cat? Is somebody mortaring the fucking cat? Or is that... Oh, that guy might be like another rocket launcher guy. There you go. Got him. Why are you a heavy, by the way? Like, you don't seem to have anything. Like, you don't seem to be armored or anything. Why are you considered a heavy? That guy. Oh, that guy moved just as I fucking did it. Oh. Go. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Nope, we might be good. Alright. Okay. Taken care of. There's another cat there, but it looks like it's still caged up, which is good. Okay, no arrows in here. Got remote explosive, though, which is good. Chuck one on you. Where's the other gun? There it is. That's that one, and there. There we go.
Guns down. I just took it out.
Nice. Okay, so the last one must have 4 gun emplacements. There you go. We unblock the airstrikes. There you go. Get all that. New reconnaissance from the plane. Oh my, when you zoom in on those look huge on the map. They're definitely not that big. See, like over here at this burnt village is where it shows a gun for some reason, and I really don't know why. Okay, so let's see here. Zoom in on my map a bit. Right around here should be a lighter. I realized that earlier today when I was recording Uncharted that like ooh, what is this? I was gonna say there might be just really one guy here. Hey buddy. What the hell is up with you? Just, I guess you're like a checkpoint or something maybe? But like the 2 games I'm playing right now, Uncharted and this DLC, both of them are me going around doing collectibles. Like it like, or at least this week for Uncharted. Obviously Uncharted does have more than just that, but like this DLC in particular is just basically a collectible hunt. Like there's not really a particular like because there's one objective, right? Which is weird, obviously. Okay, I'm looking for the I mean, looking for a flag, or not the flag. Okay, where the hell did that hit? I don't know why I'm getting bombed here. Like, I don't know if like that's because of something I did. I don't know if like they're targeting me or targeting someone else. Like, I really don't want to waste an arrow on this guy when he's all by himself. Can I sabotage this? I can sabotage it. Okay. Alright, now, like I said, according to this map... Oh, he's probably a little bit further down the road, actually. Come to look at it. There should be a pilot somewhere around here with a lighter on him. This DLC, like, Far Cry 5, like... oh, God. It actually, like, annoyed a lot of people when it was coming out because, like, when it came out, it not only said that it had a season pass, it showed... like the DLCs that were going to be a part of it, meaning that they not only had... Okay, actually, I'll target that one because... Ow, mother... Fucking cats, man. Jesus Christ. I fucking hate animals in every fucking video game ever. The animals are always so fucking powerful, like, way overpowered. And there's another one of those. Okay, so I mean, if it only has the two, and he's way up there, right? So let's call in an airstrike. There. There. Let's see how that works. Oh no, get this guy. He's the commander. Okay, that's bullshit and you fucking know it.
Python 2-5, Falcon 01, fangs out.
Shit, now he's leaving.
Roger, Falcon 01.
Come on, get this asshole. Oh, I think they did get him. Alright, there goes all my fucking airstrike tokens, but that's fine. There goes all my airstrike tokens. I don't even know if I got the guy I fucking needed to get. Like, the main guy I needed to get, and I have no fucking clue if that was him or not. Because it didn't seem to, No, it's still 2 out of 4 commanders, and there's supposed to be one here, but I guess he's supposed to be further out, maybe? I don't know. Oh, he's fleeing. I didn't even get to see him. Oh well. Oh, got that one. There we go. Fishing village secured. Undetected. Alright. Now I'm going to assume that there's going to be another broadcasting thing in here. But I don't know for sure.
An enemy camp was located and neutralized.
Let us know if you can talk in some fighters.
Oh, is that the commander up there? Thought he was fleeing. Oh, there he goes. I mean, that's fine. I can follow and kill him. I don't have any issue with that. I mean, it's got to be up in this tower, right? Like, there's nowhere else it really could be.
Transmitting in the blind. I have Specialist Boyd with me. He's free.
Firebase Echo, we copy your transmission, Python 2-5. That's great news. Python 2-5, well done. Fighters are standing by.
Okay, there we go. Fishing for yokel. Got him. Achievement! Unassigned, so that he fucks off. And where's the commander? The commander's way over there. Where the fuck is this asshole going? He might... I don't know, actually. It's hard to tell. And I don't want to take a truck, because if I take a truck, then there's no way that I'm not going to be fucking spotted at some point along the road. So I'll just... I mean, I know it says to follow him, but that's fine. He can get to where he's going. And I'll kill him once he's there, I guess. Oh. Okay, can I pick that up? Thank you. That sneeze apparently made my controller bump the bump the thing in front of me. Okay, let's... No, I don't want to take... No, I want it... There we go. Read that. Alright. Any more arrows anywhere? Flamethrower? That looks like an ammo pile. No arrows. That's fine. Alright, now what did that get me? Okay, so that... Oh, wow, that's way further in than the map I'm looking at showed. Also, is this guy done fleeing now? He seems to be. I'm still determined to airstrike him. I still want him to die in that way. Just because, like, if I'm going to use an airstrike, I mean, come on. Should be against this guy. Oh, he's going again. He might have just got stuck. Where the fuck is he going? Okay, well, if he... I'm trying to figure out, like, where he's fleeing. I want to, like, call an airstrike in front of him, but... Oh, that's probably not good for him. Because if those are white dots, that means they're our guys. I'm actually surprised that they're not shooting him. I 100% thought that he was, like, close enough that they were just going to light him up and I wouldn't even have to... Oh, there they go. They're getting him. Yeah, he's got a little bit of damage. They're not doing a very good job. Oh, I think he got some backup. Okay, fuck you, spotting me just because I'm running. I mean, I'm not even where the fuckers are that are shooting at you. Like, come on. There we go. You guys got this, right? Also, where am I? I should be... I think I'll actually take a detour for this later. Oh, good Christ. The fuck is with, like, the being spotted here? Alright. It's still... oh, God. That really does worry me. Okay, so let's see. The strings are headed out this way. So, in... Oh, there he is. Okay, got him. Now then, back to the commander. He has vanished. Let's see. Colonel Trang, eh? Now I just have to find him? I mean, he was going this way, which would indicate to me that, you know, he's over here somewhere. And according to this, there is a waterside hut here, but that doesn't seem very secure. Boulder Bridge, which also does not. Man, the fact that I lost track of him like I did kind of fucked me a little bit here. Hey, buddy. Good God, where the hell are all these guys even coming from? Let's see, he might be... Because they usually flee to a bunker, right? But I don't actually know what the closest bunker to this place is. I should have just tried... I should have just went after him and took him out. I shouldn't have taken the detour. I forgot that they did that. I'll try over at the mortar encampment. It seems unlikely, but it is the closest facility to them that he might be at. But like I said, I doubt it. So he was running down this road, which would lead over to the bridge. I'm going to say maybe here, the burnt village. But once again, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. According to my map, there is also something here, but I don't know what it is. It has the marker for an encampment, but like I said, there's too many encampments on this map for how many I have left. Like, we only have one encampment left. And I don't know where the hell it is. It's also weird that that guy got into the truck, drove, like, nowhere, basically, and then got out and started running. Oh my God. That better not be on me. No, it was way over there. Good. Okay, so there's supposed to be another lighter over here somewhere, but we already know not to trust this map for them, all things considered. Since the last one was like kind of way off. Man, that's oh, that's that location that my map has marked here. So actually, let's go. Bet they seem to be bombing the fuck out of. All right, now I don't know. I gotta. Do I want to do this or do I just want to go? I think I'll just head to the burnt village and see what's there. Like I said, it does show a gun on there, which may indicate like. Oh my god, they have helicopters? No way. That's actually a surprise to me. I didn't know that they, like, I knew there, I mean, it makes sense that they have helicopters. I just didn't realize that, you know, they did. Like, I know that in the main game, when you have this DLC, you unlock that helicopter from it, but I didn't realize. But, you know, I just assumed that that was like a helicopter that you got to fly at some point. Alright, burnt village, let's see. Oh my, alright. Bunch of guys there. Bunch of guys there. Not seeing too much. It looks like our guys aren't doing all that hot there either. Keep saying our guys. I think it is still Vietnamese people. It's just like the ones that like aren't necessarily against the States. Although I don't know how many of those there really were. Got him. Oh, there they are. There's the commander. Alright, looks like it was a good choice to come here. Now, hopefully... And there's the hole I can get into it from. Hopefully I'll pick up some intel here that tells me... That tells me where the lighter is more specifically. Man, I love that. All right. Continuing on. No, that guy's not actually a problem. Okay, I saw something that... Okay, it's in the room with it, and that makes sense. We'll go take out this guy first. Okay, good to go. Good Christ, man. If you can punch him, then you can do the takedown. Like, that didn't fucking alert them, did it?
Python 2-5, an NBA commander was neutralized.
Python 2-5, all done. Fighters are standing by.
Nice. All right. Now, did that give me the location? It did not. I don't know what that gave me the location of then. It might have unlocked the sentry bridge, but that doesn't seem very useful information. All right, so our next thing, unfortunately, is just up there. Like, I don't really have... See, like, look at how much fucking health went down for me before it actually allowed me to heal. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, every time you get caught on fire in this game, you're like 3/4 dead or more. Or less? I don't know. You're almost dead anyway before it'll actually fucking let you put the fire out. Because, like, if you try, like, if you hold Y beforehand, he doesn't put out the fire, he just starts to bandage himself. And it's so fucking annoying. And I'm pretty sure it... Oh, look at that. Wow, once again, not even fucking close to where the marker on this map was. Like, let's see, where are we? I mean, I guess it's somewhat close, but it's definitely not close enough for my liking. Okay, so I'm going to guess then that the guns are the bunkers that the commanders flee to. Okay, so we're going to go this way. And there's something... There's a lighter somewhere around here-ish. So we'll head that direction. Which by looks is quite a run. So, I think I've brought this up before. I've been watching a lot of animes lately. And, because, like, that's what I do on my lunch breaks at work. It's like I try and watch... You know, I watched something, because, like, I think I went through it before. Like, I watched everything that I wanted to, like, all the TV shows that I wanted to off of Netflix. And then it's like, fuck it, I'll watch some anime. So, this week, I guess, it was this week. I finished it in 1 week. I started one called Goblin Slayer that was on there, right? And, it was a good show. It was a good show. But, the thing about it, though, is, like, the first episode of that show is so fucking, like, brutal and dark that, like, and, like, I even looked it up online at one point. Like, there's literally people who watch the first episode, like, they just don't. Like, there's some people who don't even make it through the first episode of that. And, fuck. And, like, I completely get it. Like, watching it, it's like I said, it's fucking brutal, the first episode. But, like, after the first episode, it's not as... Oh my god, those all sound like they're coming on me. Well, that sounded wrong. But, like, the episodes after that, like, they get dark, for sure. But they're not, like, the first episode is like 20 times worse than like the other 11 episodes put together. Like, it is absolutely, like, ridiculous. And, like, the weirdest part is, like, the final 2 episodes, because, like, after the first episode, right, I almost didn't watch it the second day, you know, like, I watched, because I get 3 episodes watched on my lunch break, so, like, I watched the first 3 episodes, and I almost didn't watch the rest. I don't like that I can't. Like, really? Oh, fuck you too! How, if he can hit me, why can't I hit him? But anyway, like, I almost didn't watch it the next day, right? Because I was like, oh my god, if it's gonna be like this, like episode 2 and 3 weren't quite so bad, but it's like, it does, you know, that doesn't mean that they're not gonna start, like, that they're not gonna end up being worse again. But I stuck through it, and it didn't get worse. It got better and better, you know. And then, you know, there was like a couple points that got a little darker, or that got pretty dark, but not like insanely dark, like nowhere near the first episode. And then, like, the last 2 episodes of that show were probably like 2 of like the best episodes of an anime I had ever watched. Like I finished it that day at work, the other day at work, yesterday. I finished it. I watched I had 3 episodes left, so I watched the last 3 episodes. And after I watched the last 3 episodes, like, when I got home that day, I rewatched, because the third last episode is just basically like a recap. It's like a retelling of everything that's happened so far from, like, a somewhat different point, like, from one of the other characters' point of view. Because, like, you have, like, the main character, Goblin Slayer. Nobody in that show actually gets a name, by the way. They're all just, like, they're just called whatever they are. Like, the dwarf is the dwarf, the elf is the elf, Goblin Slayer is Goblin Slayer, the priestess is the priestess. Fucking animals, man. Nope. But yeah, like there's he stays on a farm when he's not out on missions, and with one of his friends, his last person from his childhood, right? Like that's where he stays in between going out on quests to slay goblins. And you see, oh fuck, this is gonna suck now. You see like from her point of view everything that's happened so far, which isn't a lot because like she doesn't go out on missions or anything. Like he goes with her to town every now and then, and that. But so like unless he's on the farm, you don't see her. Oh my fucking Christ! Would you just piss the fuck off? And now, of course, that somehow alerted people who aren't anywhere near me. Fucking Christ. You know, I have a feeling that the soldiers in Vietnam didn't have this much issue with fucking wildlife. You know, just a guess that they didn't have this much issue with fucking wildlife. Oh, there we go. But yeah, so like, like I said, I finished it that day, and then like when I came home yesterday, I rewatched the last 2 episodes because like they were that fucking good, which was surprising. Like it was like considering, like I said, like I was talking to Eric about it there afterwards, and it's like considering the way like that show, like with how dark the first episode is, the final episode is completely the opposite. Like it is 100% like such like a good like happy ending. Like it's ridiculous. Also, how many of these motherfuckers am I gonna have to go through because I was detected like a fucking hour ago? I am fucking sick of it, man. There we go. But yeah, like I was so pleasantly surprised by that show. Like after the first episode, it was like, do I even want to continue? And then like after the final episode, it's like I'm definitely gonna rewatch. It's like this is gonna go into like my rewatch cycle, guaranteed. And it's like it's just like such like a weird turnaround. Are you fucking kidding me? Who is spotting me right now? Like who is over there that can fucking see me? Like I see that I have 2 markers there, could not see them. I call fucking bullshit that they spotted me. Like good fucking Christ. God, this gun doesn't hold a lot of bullets, does it? Fuck you. Fucking piece of shit, you motherfucker. Like, Jesus Christ. Why the hell am I being detected every 5 fucking feet now? But yeah, like, it's just, like, it's the first time that a show, like, I started one of those, because, like, I've seen some on there that are pretty dark. But I'm glad I stuck through with this one. Like, there have been... I think the only other one that like I watched like a few episodes of and then was like, I don't know if I can continue this, was Hellsing Ultimate, and I didn't continue that. I think I made it to like episode 4 and then I was like, I can't. It's just it's like, because like the thing with Hellsing Ultimate was it wasn't necessarily that I don't know, it's weird to say that they took it too far. Because, like, the whole point of Hellsing Ultimate is, it follows, Alucard, I guess. I think they call him Alucard. And, he's working for the Hellsing Corporation, to hunt down other vampires and darkness and everything, right? And they have some kind of binding spell on him that he himself can disable. So, like, he's not a good guy by any means. By any way, shape, or form. Like, he's a bad guy doing bad things to worse people, I guess. Except that he's the worst person, right? Like, so it's one of those ones where, like, the enemies are all, like, really weird, and they all have their quirks and everything, right? And, oh good, there's a speaker. That's good. And, you know, like, they're obviously evil in that, but I don't remember. It was a very early episode anyway. There was, like, a fairly early episode anyway, where he goes after this one person, like, one of the bad guys on a boat. And, yeah, it was just, like, it... Because, like, the entire show, right? Like, every time he did something, it was always very sadistic. It was always very, like, rough, I guess you can say, like, rough to watch, but it was like whatever, right? Like, it's all bad guys, so whatever. But yeah, like, that episode there, it was too much, right? It just, he took it too far, and it was just so much worse than it should be, considering it was like you're killing a bad guy, and I felt sorry for the bad guy. Like that's how fucking, like, I don't know, like I said, just, like, off it was. And yeah, like, that's honestly, I think that's the first one on there that I've stopped watching for that reason. Like, there's a couple other ones on there that I haven't finished. Like, I've been watching The Gray Man. I don't know if I don't know if I talked about that one very much, but, like, I was watching that one, and I haven't finished it yet. I finished season 2. I haven't watched season 3 yet. But that's just because I haven't really, like, you know, I finished season 2, and, like, I watched 2 seasons of that, like, in a row, and they're long seasons. Long-ish. I think the seasons were 25 episodes apiece. So, I mean, it's not like it was, like, really short seasons or anything. So, okay. NBA Commander Outpost. There's a propaganda speaker here I'll go deal with. I also don't know where the last cannons are now. Because according to this map here, that should have been the last ones. But hopefully I'll get more markers as I go. There might be... Maybe there'll be, like, 2 or something near the extraction point I gotta take out. But yeah, so, like, at some point I'll probably go back to The Gray Man. But at the same time, I might not, because, like, it's a good show. But my issue with that one was that they didn't do that good of a job doing, like, the power levels of their guys, of their, like, their bad guys and their heroes. Like, their power levels seem to be, like, all over the place. Which is always an issue for me when I watch any kind of shows where it's like, oh man, it's like, this thing's really strong, and then later it'll, like, they'll just take them out like they're nothing, right? Or, like, the opposite, they'll be taking out something like it's nothing, then they'll come across one and all of a sudden it's, like, fucking kicking their ass, and it's like, how many of these have you killed? Like,
you may feel confident that you have come this far.
yeah, good mind. And, yeah, I don't know, they just didn't do a very good job with their, okay, there's the commanders down here. And this is the bunker, so... Okay, so actually we'll go to the lighter first, and then we'll go to the bunker to get the information there that'll hopefully reveal something else. But, so yeah, like, I plan on going back to it, but if I never do, it wouldn't surprise me. And I've also been watching Fairy Tail a lot. I've been going through it. I had seen the first season before, but I haven't went past the first season. Then I restarted it. And I still haven't finished. Like, I still haven't made it back through the first season again. But yeah, I found Goblin Slayer because like I had been watching a lot of isekai animes, which are good. I really enjoy them. Hey, there's all the lighters. And I was having a good time with those, and then like I kind of ran out of ones that I wanted to watch. Like there's a couple more on Funimation that I could watch, but I just haven't got around to them. Like there's one called Overlord that I might give a try, but like I've looked up some stuff on it and I'm not 100% sure if I want to watch it. And so, you know, I haven't started it yet. And then there's a couple other ones that it's just like, I don't really... Like, it's just like, just doesn't sound appealing to me anyway. But yeah, like I'd been running out of those. And I just looked up like, well, I mean, let's see. It's like action adventure. It's like, all right, well, I mean, that's really like, I like the fact that they're like, oh, video game world and everything. But, you know, it's like, like that, like it's, I think that, and like that was like the main reason why I was watching all these isekai ones, right? Is because it's always like adventure. They gather a party and they go out and they do stuff. And it's like, because like when I was looking at it, I'm like, well, what, like, is there something else I want to watch? And like I realized that, you know, ow. Also, what the fuck? Why was the dog fucking homed in on me? So yeah, like I just looked under their action adventure and I found Goblin Slayer, and it's like, oh, a silver rank adventure, but he'll only slay goblins. And I'm like, all right, that sounds interesting. And I was like, holy shit. Like I watched it for something, I was like, holy shit. But yeah, and then like that's when I started watching Fairy Tail and that again, because I was like, you know, it's not really that they're from the real world. I mean, like it's one of those things where it's like, because they're from the real world, like they're not from that world, like all of like the dumb questions that always has to be asked for the audience, right? Like the character asked the question that they themselves should not have to ask because they live in that world and should know this. Apparently dogs are immune to headshots, which is bullshit. So like that's like, you look at most action animes or adventure animes, I guess, not so much action ones, and a lot of the times the main character has been is like absolutely retarded. Like they're just like dumber than a sack of bricks because they need them to be, so that when they ask these questions, so that they'll ask the dumb questions, like they'll be dense about like the most basic things about their universe, about their world, just so that like the writers have an excuse to tell the viewer about how it works, right? Like they're dumb for us because we're like, you know, we don't know their world. What the oh my god, this dog is like just moving just ever so slightly. It's fucking up my aim. Whereas like with isekai anime, it's like it doesn't feel wrong. Like the main character doesn't have to be really stupid because there's no reason for them to know that information, right? So I think that's why I'd like been watching them a lot. But this Goblin Slayer one was good. It started out with just, well, to be fair, it didn't even start out with him. It started out with a priestess, and then he saves her in the first episode. And then it's like him and the priestess, and then I think I think it's just those two for episode 2 and 3, maybe just episode, I think it might be episode 2 and 3. And then in episode 4 he gets then the dwarf, elf, and lizard man show up, and then and then like that's, oh Christ, and then that's it for like the rest of the series. It's them, like you don't. Wow. That guy's fucking quick on that draw, man. Ow, fuck you. Ow, fuck you. Goodbye, Commander.
Python
Got you.
2-5, I have eliminated an NBA commander.
Oh, did they fucking mustard gas me? Those bastards. Oh, loot the corpse. I thought you automatically looted. Oh, I did. Alright. But yeah, so like I have another one that I'm gonna watch now called like I want to say it's Radiant or Radiance. I can never remember what it is. I think it's just Radiant. I don't think it's Radiance. But that's gonna fucking horseshit. He hadn't even detected me yet. Like it was still showed that I was being detected, and he just fucking fuck you. So hopefully that one will be good and maybe a little bit less brutal than the last one. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by Goblin Slayer by the end of it. It went well. I mean, he's like, and he's not an overpowered character. I think that also helped. Like I said, in like a lot of the isekais and that I had been watching, like the main character was like always like super overpowered in some way, and whatnot. Okay, well now I don't want to go over. You know what? You know what? Can I just like reload checkpoint or some shit? I guess I can just get killed, right? Come on, kill me. Kill me. Really? You have a gun on your back. Fucking shoot me. Good Christ, I take a lot of damage. There we go. But yeah, like the Goblin Slayer there, he wasn't like a super overpowered character or anything. There are a couple points where he does stuff where it's like, all right, buddy. Where he seems like slightly overpowered, but he never feels overpowered. Like he gets his ass kicked. Like they end up fighting, like besides regular goblins, which he obviously just tears through. Yeah, just fucking kill me. They come across an ogre at one point. They come across a goblin champion and a goblin king, and he gets his ass kicked by all. Like they do end up winning in the end, but like, the ogre is actually, I think he does the best against the ogre, in all honesty, because I mean he does get his ass kicked, but I mean he does come back from that more or less by himself, like. You know, like the Goblin Champion, he's like basically dead by the end, like during that fight, and he comes back, and they don't even end up killing him when he comes back, or when he gets back up. He doesn't even end up killing him in that fight. They end up killing him later in another fight, and the Goblin King, he does end up coming back from that fight. Like he once again is, I wouldn't say that he was nearly dead in that one against the king. It's he definitely got his ass kicked, but I don't know if I would go with nearly dead in that one. But I mean, maybe I mean he's pretty fucking beat to shit, but he does end up coming back for that one and killing it. But yeah, like it was nice to have one where like the main character isn't like super overpowered. Like even like something like Fairy Tail. Like you have like the main characters, and technically they're not overpowered, but in reality they're overpowered, right? It's just that the difference is like Fairy Tail is very similar to Dragon Ball Z in that you know who's gonna win every fight, and you know that they're gonna make it through every fight like more or less fine. It's just like they always, it's the same as like a lot of like fighting movies and that, where it's like you know how it's gonna turn out, but they got to get the shit kicked out of them first, you know. And that's like what Fairy Tail is. Whereas like with the isekai animes and like the overpowered characters, like the fights are done really quick, and like that's just the end of it. Like once again, you know the outcome of the fight, but that's just what happens. Like you don't have like them getting their ass kicked and then coming back from like basically dead to kill like 10 guys who are like, because like that's like the main issue with like a lot of like fighting movies and like animes, and that is like they get their, like when they're at full strength, they get their ass handed to them readily by this guy, and then when they're almost dead, they come back and manage to win. And it's like if he got you from full health to basically dead, like that should be the end of the fight there. Which in Goblin Slayer it was. Like at no point did like they like was he almost dead and then came back and won the fight. Like the one time that he was almost dead and came back, he didn't actually win that fight. He did enough so that they could escape. But that'll be it for this part. Next part will probably be the last one on Thursday. We have one more propaganda speaker there, I see, and that's the last one. This is the last camp and the last prisoner. I don't know where the last two guns are. I might... Let's see, all these camps, like you can see the guns so easily. And I don't remember there being any other locations where like I couldn't use my airstrikes, but I also, you know, besides that one point where like I unloaded all 5 of them at once, I can't really recall a point where I really couldn't use them. So I don't know. We'll see. I might take a quick look online there to see if there's like ones that I missed somewhere or something, and we'll pop back and get them. Or maybe they're just like during the end you have to take them out. I don't know. Because I would imagine like once we get here, like this is the extraction point. So like once we get here, we might have to we might get there and they'll be like, hey, there's anti-aircraft guns there and there. Can you go take them out so we can land? I could see that. But yeah, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you Thursday for the finale.